Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on the 25th of February 2014 with the video forecast discussion. And there's our Garden State weather bird out there perched out on a limb. And it's another chilly morning for the New Jersey, New York, Philly metro area. And there is some light snow across the region, too. We'll tell you where in just a moment. Generally cloudy skies across the region this morning, mid and upper level clouds and northwest winds across the region, and more westerly as you head towards central and southeastern Pennsylvania as a clipper or shortwave moves through the region. Temperatures this morning with a little bit more clearing in northwestern New Jersey and parts of southeastern New York and interior Connecticut are in the teens. And elsewhere where the skies are beginning to become overcast, temperatures in the Newark, New York City, Long Island metropolitan area are generally running in the mid-20s. And temperatures are also running in the mid to upper 20s across central and southeastern Pennsylvania down through the Delmarva this morning as well. Watches, warnings, and advisories this morning. We have small craft advisories for the South Shore and east ends of Long Island, also for the New Jersey oceanfront coastal waters down through Atlantic City for westerly winds at 10 to 20 knots with seas 2 to 4 feet. There'll be a lull in some of this activity this morning as the winds will begin to increase and the seas will be a little rough during this afternoon through this evening as well. Morning surface map from weatherowandoak.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows a weak wave of low pressure or upper level trough actually moving through the Ohio River Valley into the Delmarva region this morning. We're expecting a little bit of light snow across this region. The afternoon hours, and that's where we're going to expect a little bit of light snow across southeastern Pennsylvania in through the northern Delmarva region, maybe a flurry or two with a little bit of lifting going on here across the Poconos into northwestern New Jersey, but little if any accumulation. Generally VFR weather this morning on the terminals outside of Newark this morning. It's 26 degrees and it's overcast with broken ceilings at 13,000, 23,000 broken too. Variable winds this morning at 5 knots, broken ceilings at 20,000 feet. And later this morning, we're just expecting an increase in the westerly flow. Westerly winds at 14 gust up to 21 knots, going to make the atmosphere feel that much chillier. And broken ceilings at about 3,500 feet. Really not expecting much in the way of any precipitation reaching the ground here. Maybe a few flurries outside of your doorstep or overhead during early this afternoon. Otherwise, from late this afternoon through tomorrow morning, basically a few scattered clouds at 4,000 to 25,000, and the winds will be howling in out of the west at 12 knots, dropping down to about 10 knots late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And westerly winds tomorrow morning with a broken ceiling at 5,000. It looks like a little bit of an inversion trap there. And 5 miles and light snow late tomorrow morning into early afternoon. Very little accumulation once again as another cold front moves through the region. Broken ceilings at 2,500 feet. For Newark this morning, let's pull up Newark at Philadelphia. Actually, Philadelphia rather, 29 degrees. The wind is out of the west at 6 knots, visibility 10 miles, overcast at 12,000 feet. Expecting a period of some light snow late morning, right after 8 or 9 o'clock this morning until early afternoon, probably around noontime or so. 5 miles visibility with overcast conditions at 3,000, very little accumulation. And then from tonight through tomorrow morning, westerly winds at 10 knots, driving down to about 5 knots or so. Scattered clouds at 4,000, broken at 10,000, basically VFR conditions. Tomorrow morning, basically a light snow event once again. Westerly winds at 4 knots, visibility is lowering to 6 miles, and as another cold front and surface wave upper trough move through. Broken ceilings at 3,500, overcast at 6,000, some light snow, and that light snow continues into dawn tomorrow morning with the westerly winds kicking in at 10, gust up to 18 knots as the front moves through. Overcast conditions early tomorrow morning in that light snow. Visible satellite view this morning shows a plethora of mid and upper level clouds scattered across the region, and we find a little bit of lifting going on here across southeastern Pennsylvania into northern New Jersey. This is in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere on water vapor, indicating we have a little bit of lift and some precipitation as well, but it's very light. Most of this precipitation not reaching the ground, but we have a short wave moving through the flow here, so we're expecting a little bit of snow. There's a little bit of mixture making it to the ground in Dover, Delaware. Other areas at the surface are not reporting any precipitation, but they are reporting some clouds, and obviously there's ice crystals in some of these clouds as the Shortwave races to the east this morning, producing a light snow around the I-95 corridor here, all the way down into the northern Delmarva. Here's the latest run of the 3-kilometer high-resolution rapid refresh model. Shows the scattered clouds across the region, broken ceilings as well. A little bit of light snow across the Delmarva here down into southeastern Ohio and northern parts of Virginia as the shortwave makes its way across. A little bit of lifting, maybe a little period of light snow this morning across Philadelphia, the I-95 corridor, into around noontime or so, and southeastern and coastal New Jersey. Maybe a flurry or two in the northwest winds as the front moves through, refreshes our westerly to northwesterly flow across the region, and we find a little scattered clouds across the region, and even a few flurries not out of the question. And then by later tonight and tomorrow morning, it's just dry weather. And here comes our next frontal system coming in tomorrow morning. That's going to keep a system off the mid-Atlantic coast away, but as the front moves through the region tomorrow morning, a period of light snow is expected, or at least light snow showers. 4-kilometer NAM rapid NAM model from Penn State's Ewald site shows the clouds and shortwave moving through the region. A period of light snow across some sections, central and southern New Jersey, the Delmarva region early this morning. And just a refreshment of the westerly winds and cold temperatures across the region from this morning through this afternoon and tonight. Skies beginning to clear out rapidly late this afternoon. Just a few scattered clouds across the region, mostly clear elsewhere during tonight and tomorrow morning. Here comes our next cold front, and a little bit more lifting again in the mid and upper levels. A little bit of light snow breaking out across southeastern Pennsylvania, the Delmarva region early tomorrow morning. That begins to scoot off the coast, and it's just westerly winds coming in once again with a refreshment of cold, dry air in place. And then skies break for clearing again late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning. And then on Thursday itself, another cold front races through the region as the low pressure moves up through the Great Lakes into southeastern Canada and drags another strong cold front and westerly flow through the region. Again on Thursday, most of the atmosphere will be too dry to support precipitation reaching the ground. However, a few flurries cannot be ruled out. And total snowfall expected in a graphical form here, probably between 1 to 3 inches around the I-95 corridor down through Annapolis and Baltimore, Washington, Alexandria, Virginia, into portions of the Delmarva. And this would be for the period Wednesday right through early Thursday morning. We could also find a little bit of light snow here across the Poconos in northwestern New Jersey, probably under an inch. A few spots may receive about an inch or so, not out of the question, with a northwesterly flow of air reinforcing over the region and wind chills making it feel much colder for the last days of February. GFS maps in motion. Comes a little clipper across the region this morning, and then that's out of here. We can see that moving through this morning into the early afternoon hours, and then off the coast, a weak wave of low pressure. Now, here's another clipper here in the northern stream, circumventing the polar vortex, which is well locked up in an easterly fashion here east of Hudson's Bay, Canada. Areas of vorticity maximum spinning around. Here's another weak cold front. Actually, it's a pretty weak cold front, but it's dynamic in that it will just introduce more chillier air again on westerly winds, gusty winds over the next couple of days as this moves through. And it keeps a wave of low pressure off the mid-Atlantic coast. Now, most of this precipitation here is going to be a combination of a little bit of lift here with the surface low off the Carolina coast. Most of the precipitation associated with this tomorrow morning will be from the cold front itself as it works its way through. So scattered snow showers, maybe a period of 1 to 3 inches of snow from I-95 down through Annapolis and D.C. and the Delmarva region early tomorrow morning. Then that scoots out. High pressure is in control of our weather, and here comes a third cold front, and this cold front associated with another Vort Max and a surface wave of low pressure southeastern Canada. This comes through during Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon. A few snow flurries again in the dry, cold air and westerly to northwesterly downsloping flow. High pressure builds in. Dry weather conditions on Thursday night and Friday and Saturday. And then as we get through the day on Saturday, a little bit more lifting here, maybe a secondary cold front. This might be a little bit overdone in the precipitation shield here, but this is what we're interested in. A cutoff low here in southeastern, southwestern United States and off the west coast, and a split flow here with low pressure developing and moving in through the central Rockies. This will drive down through the central plains, and as high pressure slowly and begrudgingly gives way on Monday, we'll find isentropic lift here developing across the region. Snow could break out in this cold air mass on Sunday night, and it would most likely change to rain from central and southern New Jersey as warmer air invades from off the ocean on east to southeast winds, and wave of low pressure here developing at the surface across the Tennessee and Kentucky River Valley, Mississippi River Valley area. The high will give way, and then that precipitation just becomes basically light rain showers. There might be a lull in the precipitation early Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon before this wave of low pressure here and the upper trough begins to sharpen up a bit. And this is, we're going to be in a warmer profile at that point. And then therefore on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, especially Tuesday night, we're going to be dealing with some rain around here as the surface wave moves up towards the Pennsylvania Turnpike and then into southern New England. Now, any change in this, where if the low is further off the coast, that will keep us on the colder sector and precipitation will come in a little bit stronger in the form of snow and ice. But right now for late Tuesday into Wednesday, we're expecting just rain. And then by Wednesday morning, the precipitation should really get out of here as the storm pulls away to the north and east. And we're left in a northwesterly flow with high pressure building in across the region for the early and mid part of next week. So no storms, but a series of cold fronts over the next 48 to 72 hours. Generally dry conditions, a little bit of snow across the Delmarva region early this morning and early afternoon, and again late tonight and tomorrow morning. Maybe some snow flurries across northwestern New Jersey with the cold front, and just cold, blustery conditions as the winter exits from the month of February and we go into the month of March. And the beginning of March, the first couple of days look okay, but as we venture into Sunday night and Monday, again, snow is once again in the offing, at least at the onset, and that would be for Sunday night and Monday at this time. For Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Tuesday. We'll be back bright and early with you again in video form on Wednesday morning.